Oh, okay. So we're going to get right into it. I want you guys to know, okay, I have a lot of content to go through today. Hey, pretty sweet pea, nothing happened. Nothing happened. So I really don't have mods. Carrie is the only one in here right now. So please police yourselves. Please try to watch your verbiage. Please be respectful to each other. This is going to be a very serious conversation about the Summer Wells case. I have a lot pulled up. We have a lot to get through. I appreciate everybody who's here, who comes in. I did set the subscriber mode for 10 minutes because I do want to have a serious conversation today. We are going to base this off of a live that Prayer Garden did with Allie. Okay. It's Allison is up on Prayer Garden's panel. Andrew Hilt is up there. Some very interesting things are said. And I will be pulling up receipts on everything that I'm talking about. So let me get this started. Summer Moon Utah Wells went missing from her home in 2021, June 15th to be exact. Let me give you guys a wave. I hit the mute button instead of the camera button. Hold on just a second. It just takes my camera a minute to come on for some reason. Craziness. Okay, come on, camera, so I can get started. I have a busy day ahead of me. Okay, well, we'll just wait until it pops up here. So here I am. Hi, guys. Hey, oh, got some cleavage action going on there. Okay, I am a real person. Okay, I don't hide who I am. Okay, here we go. June 15, 2021, Summer Wells disappeared, leading to one of the most exhaustive and involved missing child cases that was ever investigated by Hawkins County. Okay. Where I want to go with that is, oh, thanks. Thank you, Sweet Pea. Thank you, May May. I know I'm not, okay, but thank you guys. There were a lot of locals who made comments. One I remember was to JLR Investigates that law enforcement had not came to their home to ask them questions, had not been to their home to check their property. And what I would like to say about that is law enforcement, TBI, put out a statement that stated, hold on, because I want to get it correct. And this is on the TBI website, okay? This is definitely on the website. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. Please feel free to go over and check that out. While I'm doing this, let's talk about the red Toyota truck. So where they got information about the truck was an individual who travels through the area regularly as part of his job, stated he recalls seeing a 1998 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed leather rack, white buckets in the truck bed. The individual stated the truck might have been parked in the area of Beech Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late to early afternoon, late afternoon, early evening on either Monday, June 14th or Tuesday, June 15th. It was not captured on surveillance camera, which is kind of odd, right? If it was not captured, hey, Jess, if it was not captured on surveillance, what does that tell us, right? It tells us, it tells me that the truck is from the area. If that truck was not on any of the cameras that law enforcement has from that day, from the locals in the area, if it was traveling through the area, I mean, that's what it tells me. I don't know what it would tell you guys. Okay. You guys can base that off of whatever you feel. It was not captured on surveillance camera. The description was released. They wanted to see if they had any information on the individual. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this whole thing. So TDI stated that in Hawkins County, you can go back and look, wherever you need to look, you can go back and look. Law enforcement specified that individuals in the area, please check your properties. If you cannot check your properties, please call us. Call us. We will gladly come and check those properties. I don't believe that any individuals that were local to the area that law enforcement did not have a conversation with, if, in my opinion, if they felt they had information that law enforcement needed to speak with them, these individuals should have contacted law enforcement themselves. Okay? Law enforcement absolutely put out there, if you have any information, please contact us. If you need your property searched, please contact us. I don't understand why some individuals felt that law enforcement needed to come to them. If they had any information, they themselves should have took it upon themselves to go and speak with, no, not Grandis's truck, Carrie. That the red truck with the ladder rack, that law enforcement wanted to speak with the individual, right? Hey, Patty, right? Wanted to speak with the individual to see if maybe they saw something while they were in the area, or, you know, what they, anything that they possibly could have told them. So, does that make sense? Law enforcement stated that red pickup truck was not seen on any of the cameras. Not seen on any of the cameras. Okay, so now this is a live that Prior Garden did with Allie And what is said is very interesting. And to let you guys know, I'm a commentary channel. I commentate. If you get a little education on it, that's a plus for me. That just means I'm not sitting here wasting my breath. Okay. And I do give my opinion. I appreciate you guys and your opinions. So, as I stated, one more time before I get started, I'm not going to, I will try really hard to keep an eye on my chat. Please police yourselves and please dress up your verbiage and just respect each other. That's all I ask. Just have a little respect for each other. Okay. Even if you don't like each other. So let's get with this, okay? So Allie's up on Prayer Gardens. Like I said, link is in the description. Let's hold on just 1 second. Doggy going it. I'm always doing something, aren't I? Okay. 1 second. Why isn't not letting me do it? Okay, anywho. Oh, here I go. Hang on. I am also pulling up the transcripts for it. And this might be a long live. Please leave if you feel like leaving. You can pop back in. Like I said, I have a lot here. Here we go. Please put a 1 in chat if you can hear it. I'm starting it right now.
Absolutely, I do believe you. You have no reason to be lying about nothing in this situation. In this
Let me
case,
slow it down.
She don't do nothing from lying, does she?
Absolutely not. And why was Donald and Candace telling the most vicious lie on you, saying that you put your younger daughter, in a mental institution out of state because you didn't want to take care of her? And there she is, right there behind you.
Now, I'm not showing it, so you guys can just hear it. Allie's daughter is behind her. She's the daughter, I believe that. No, I take that back. Okay. Well, anyhow, that was said. I never paid attention to that, for sure. We have to remember that these individuals started out not bashing each other. And the more that they came on social media and things were being said and people were going to them and letting them know these things were being said, the more that they were saying to each other. No, not true. It's not true, May. So, okay, here we go.
Me?
Yep, that's what Donald Wells told me. That is the lie that man told me. He told me that he did not understand why you did that. And I was like, wow, really? And he's like, yeah, she was such a pretty little girl, such a nice girl. And
well, we all know how Don Wells talked about Allie's kids, okay? And so that isn't the point of the conversation.
And I don't understand why they did that to her.
That's kind of funny because she's sitting right here.
Yes,
Which one?
yes, she is.
Care
And
Bear or True?
I'm cute.
and that you went up there and took care of those children when they needed taken care of. I wanted to ask you another question too. A lot of people said, why didn't Allie rent Jose a room at her home or stay with Jose at her home? Donald told me that Andrew and his the people he had brought up there with him was taking over your house, and that's why you brought Jose up there with your kids and was staying at his house.
No.
Now, this is the thing. Let's all remember. I do not believe Don Wells ever had a conversation with Andrew Hiltz. This is what I want to say about Andrew. I'm not here to dog on Andrew. And please, this live isn't about who you love, who you hate. So we can nip that in the bud right now. Okay. Okay.
No. Andrew and his people ended up going back to New York because they couldn't find a place to stay. Candace did offer them her house, but they didn't feel comfortable because they didn't know her.
Oh, and that is what was said the whole time. Andrew Hiltz's wife came on my panel one time, and I liked her. I felt that she was really being honest in what she was saying. She let everyone know that Andrew had nothing to do with Summer's case. Nothing to do with it. And I truly, truly, truly believed what she said.
Jose stayed behind because he had a job interview the next day.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Take in what Allie said. Okay? Listen up, people.
Allie,
Like I've decided from the beginning, I'm out to protect my family, Allison's family, through our son, and I ain't gonna let her stand up there alone. These
and I'm
people
going
out
to tell
here
you,
cutthroats.
you know, Allie, for one, I want to thank you for feeding those kids when they needed fed.
You're welcome.
I backed it up a
absolutely
little
want to
bit
thank
too
you for
much.
that, and that you went up there and took care of those children when they needed taken care of. I wanted to ask you another question too. A lot of people said, why didn't Allie rent Jose a room at her home or stay with Jose at her home? Donald told me that Andrew and his the people he had brought up there with him was taking over your house, and that's why you brought Jose up there with your kids and was staying at his house.
No. Andrew and his people ended up going back to New York because they couldn't find a place to stay. Candace did offer them her house, but they didn't feel comfortable because they didn't know her. Jose stayed behind because he had a job interview the next day.
Jose stayed behind. Hey, Mags, how are you? Jose stayed behind. Thank you, Carrie. Because he had a job interview the next day. Let that register. How would Jose have a job interview the next day when he allegedly didn't even know that he was going to be staying? So the common sense says, see, why say that Jose at the last minute jumps in the U-Haul, right? At the last minute, Jose is like, I want to go with you guys. I need to get out of New York. I'm having mental problems, right? Yeah, Carrie. I mean, yes, last minute, Sage. Last minute. Last minute, Jose jumps into the U-Haul. But he has a job interview the next day. Now, maybe he was sitting in the back of the U-Haul calling around places to see if he could find a job after they got there. Right? Right, Sage. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I guess that's a little pocket problem, right? Stick it in your back pocket. Is it a problem? I don't know.
Okay. And how come he didn't stay at your house?
Be honest now, Allie.
Well, because I had my grandmother living here and my kids. And where I live, I can't have people just come in and live with me and stay with me.
And I'm not going to get into Allie's personal stuff. Rest in peace, Allie. Because it's not relevant. To me, it's not relevant. Hey, Jess. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. I see exactly what you're saying. Thank you for clearing that up, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, sweetie. Boom in your face, Candace. Boom in your face, Candace. There
Yeah,
you
she
go.
sucks.
Yeah, she does. Big time.
Download the
That's Allie's daughter saying Candace sucks. For sure. This interview is very telling. And I'm going to say this. I really don't care who likes Prayer Garden and who don't like Prayer Garden. And she has kept Summer's name out here. She is truly one of the ones that has kept Summer's name out here. I know that crazy things have been said and people are like, oh my gosh, or whatever. And I personally never had a problem with Prayer Garden. That situation wasn't even about Summer's case or anything like that. That had to do with something totally different. So just to put that out there. She does have a lot of good content and has talked to a lot of different people.
I miss her really much, and I think Candace done something to her.
Now, this is just my opinion, and I'm not gonna get way into it. I think that the youngsters, I'll say, were invited into adult conversation about what was going on.
Did you ever when you hung with Summer a lot, didn't you, sweetheart?
Yeah, I did.
Did you ever see
That's
her mom and
heartbreaking.
dad not be nice to her?
Her mom and dad will always let the boys hit on her, like slap her and stuff. And she would only get in trouble, but the boys wouldn't.
Okay, so this is coming from a child. Do we look at that as sibling, bickering and fighting?
Oh my Lord! Out of the mouth of babes.
Why did she always get in trouble, sweetheart?
Because she would always get blamed for it because the boys would always tell on her. It's like that she's doing it whenever the boys are doing it.
Really?
Oh wow.
And I used to
Children
play
are so observant. I blocked the oxy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Many missing children, missing people's cases.
Right.
Eventually, if they're alive, they will be found.
Right.
This is Allie talking, you guys.
Allie, did Summer have toys such as dolls, Barbies, etc.?
She liked Frozen. She liked Paw Patrol.
Okay. She had doll babies and things.
Not when I was there. It was all mainly Paw Patrol and like Frozen bracelets.
Just little things.
Basically, Gabble Geeks just recently showed a picture of Summer sitting on the floor playing with her toys. I'm not going to re-pull it back up. You guys can, well, I'm sure she put it on her own channel. They showed all the pictures on Finds Ryan's Truth. And yes, Summer was sitting on the floor. She was playing with a lot of little, little toys. They weren't big toys.
Yep.
She didn't ever have no big doll houses or anything really
Nope.
nice.
She just had the big old Paw Patrol tower.
Oh, I see. And
Okay,
wow.
I'm gonna speed it back up.
Is it true that they were only eating dollar store food?
All they ate was frozen pizzas. When I
Wow.
first met them, that's all those kids ate. And it wasn't even made in a regular oven. She had this little microwave oven that sat on her counter.
She didn't.
Okay, so to me, this is just to me, you guys. It's her not having an oven. I don't know the relevance in that. I think a lot of people don't use a big oven, and they do have the smaller stuff.
Didn't even have a stove.
No.
Oh wow. I thought it's law that you have a stove to be able to cook for your children.
No, I do not believe that's a law anywhere that you have to have a full-size oven to cook for your children. Now, the eating frozen pizzas all the time is that's kind of concerning. That is all they ate. What I want to put out there also is that Dawn and Candace were not on any state assistance at all. They were not on any state assistance at all.
She had a little camping stove inside her house that they had to hook up the propane tank to.
That's a problem. That you have a camping stove. That's dangerous. Now, we also learned that one of the boys had burnt their hand really bad on a stove that they had in the I call it the dungeon. Y'all can call it whatever you want. Okay. I call it the dungeon.
Oh wow.
Thank you, Carrie.
Can I ask if do you know why they cut Summer's hair? Why did the kids have their hair bald at different times?
Because they had head lice.
Okay. Now let me goodness sakes, y'all. All right. So I received a audio from someone in Messenger, and it's actually Candace talking about the head lice at the house. She talked about having to get rid of mattresses. She talked about their heads being shaved. She talked about that the boys, she put that on the boys, had kept bringing lice home from school. And I am not going to play it for you. I have said the whole time that I truly believe Candace was not speaking the truth about her mothering. Okay? I've said that from the beginning. When they still had the boys, there was no way Candace was going to come out and, in my opinion, talk about her failings as a mother. She didn't need, Dawn did it for her. Okay? Dawn did it for her.
And they cut their hair at different times to get rid of it? Or, I mean, I would think they all would have it together.
They did all, the boys were always kept shaved bald.
Right.
And then when,
Now, we know that they weren't kept shaved bald all the time. We know that.
Summer caught it, they ended up shaving her head.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they shaved all.
Okay, so far we got Jose had a job interview the next day after they got to Tennessee from New York. We also got lice.
Of her hair off. And I mean, I have talked to Don and Candace personally myself, and I've been like on the inside of everything. And Candace is very mean. She is a very mean human being. She can be wicked as hell. She doesn't ever tell the truth. I mean, it's like she loves to fucking lie. And
she loves the lies, and she loves the money that she's getting from it.
Exactly. And I also took.
She loves to lie because she loves the money she gets from it.
Note that she doesn't give a flying rat's ass about Summer.
Where's my remote? Then?
I also took note that she lied a lot about your family. I begged.
And I'm going to say this, okay? So people were out there saying PG was sending inappropriate pictures to Dawn and stuff. Dawn says it was an emotional relationship. Don't ever forget that there's no way in hell that Candace wasn't looking at them coochie pictures too, okay? Don't think she wasn't. There's no way that she didn't know what was being sent to Dawn, in my opinion. I'm just saying.
Donald to come out and clear Hunter because Hunter was a 15-year-old boy, young man that did not deserve to go through the hell and the abuse and the bullying and all the things I know he was putting up with at his job and in other places and so forth and so on. Is it okay if I bring Ernie up, Andrew?
That's up to Ellie. I ain't got no problem with Ernie.
Allie, it's up to you. Convenience in order to.
Okay, so yes, Hunter, when Summer went missing, Hunter was a young boy who said he was a man, okay? But anywho, Dawn comes out and talks really kind about Hunter. You know, I was nice to him and he didn't have a dad and all of this other stuff, right? And turns very quickly to he was sending inappropriate things to Candace, right? Let me say this. Hunter was a young boy. Candace was an adult. It's kind of sickening that he would put that on a child. Whether it's true or not. I never went looking for that stuff. But it is out there. It's all out there. Okay, hold on.
Keep the focus off of themselves. So that's exactly what he was doing and what she was doing as well. So if you got her on the phone, ask her why was they throwing a 15-year-old boy that had nothing to do with this whatsoever under a bus.
I agree.
Well, I talked to her today. A lot of things going on right now.
And Ernie's up there, y'all.
I guess you've been in my chat here, PG, the last couple of times what we've been doing, and we had to take some of the videos.
I was there last night, and I.
Okay, so I'm not going to get into the Ernie, right? Thank you, Patty, for popping in. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much.
They should have treated it. It was only a phone call to the doctor's office to get some like shampoo.
They're talking
Or
about
hell,
the lice.
you can buy the cheap shit at Walmart.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear a Facebook message or not. And I usually don't do this. Give me 1 second. Please give me 1 second. Okay, I apologize. I had to get up for a moment. Hold on. Okay. So yes, it is on my Facebook Messenger. Candace talking about the lice. And no, I've never spoken to Candace Bly Wells. I've never spoken to Don Wells. I've never spoke to Grandma. I've never spoke to the boys. Hey, Sassy Ann. I'm glad that little boy was found. I'm definitely glad that little boy was found. Okay, here we go.
I totally agree with you.
Channel.
You know, if you guys are listening to some of that chat that's going on with Benny and we'll just say with BK and Tim now that he's playing.
Okay, so I've kind of talked about BK and Tim and, you know, some of the conversations that were brought out on YouTube. I am not going to get into that right now. If you're interested, I can kind of go over it. I transcribed some, you know, phone calls that they had that Benny had put out on his channel before. So
There's a reason we've got to play that now. That's all I can say.
On the day of the 15th.
and I'm going to say this, let's just say it, get it done and get it over with. This is my opinion. At a certain point, Ernie and Benny were, you know, Candace was in the middle of that. She totally loved the attention she was getting. She, I think, played them to a certain extent. That to me had nothing to do with Summer. Ernie and Benny bickering and fighting and going after each other had nothing to do with Summer, except the fact that, and I don't know if it's out there or not, because a lot of Benny's stuff is gone. And someone, please correct me if I'm wrong, there was a dollar amount that was stated that Tim Mullins paid for interference to be run on YouTube against certain individuals. Okay.
Sally, when Summer did come up missing, I know that Hunter was with them from the time Grandis got picked up until she got dropped off. Now everybody's looking in the backseat of that car and they think they could see a phone. Did Hunter leave or did he not leave his phone in Candace's car that day?
He had his phone with him at the house.
When she dropped.
A 15-year-old boy is not going to get out of a car without his phone. Okay.
Him off.
Yes.
So his phone was not in the car.
No.
Okay, so she did not have to bring his phone back.
Nope.
And I'd like to ask you, did she take him? A lot of people saying, oh, she took Hunter to her house that day.
No, all he did was go to the swimming hole with them, which I thought they were going fishing.
Allie thought they were going fishing. So is that relevant in any way, that it was supposed to be fishing and they ended up swimming? It was weird to me also that it was stated that Grandma Candy Hair kept all of the the fishing equipment, I'll say, in her truck. That day, allegedly, there was nothing to fish with.
Okay, there you go. Allie said that no.
Ding.
Right? So I'm just getting started. I apologize, you guys. I've been on here almost 50 minutes, and I am just getting started with it.
Did not go to Candace's house on that day. Allie, let me ask you another question. Do you believe that Donald was home that day, or do you believe he was at work, hon?
Well, I don't know what to believe because it's all hearsay. Like
It's
she said, he
all
was at work,
hearsay.
and their stories don't make sense at all. 1 minute he was at work, the boys were at home by themselves. The next minute, oh, the boys were with him at work, but he dropped the bomb.
All the boys. So, and this is exactly what was transpiring. Okay, he was didn't go to work that day. He had the boys that day and then dropped them off. Or the boys were at home by themselves all day. Three different ways to go there, right? 3 different scenarios. Now, I did get a message from a creator that stated Dawn told her that he did have the boys that day, right? And the thing about it is, Don played games with so many people. He played games with so many people. Was he telling her the truth? Was he just messing with her because he was pissed off at her for some reason? I really don't know. Hey, Sadie.
Third time, oh, he didn't work that day. So which is it? Did he work or did he not work that day?
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know too. And I also wanted to ask you, was Grandis at the swimming hole?
They picked her up from the hospital. And yes, she was at the swimming hole with him.
Okay. Did Hunter say that she did get out of the vehicle?
Yeah, she was standing around. And here's my question for you. If she was in the hospital for a bad knee, which is her fake knee, because the kids were kicking her at Gatlinburg, how the hell did she jump out of her truck so fast the day after the TBI was here to see my son?
Okay, so Allie said, this is what Allie's saying. If Grandma's knee was hurt that bad, we seen her in her little scooter in the store, right? We seen her in the little scooter. Allie is saying that Grandma and Candace showed up at their house. That is what she's talking about. Wanting to know what Hunter had said to TBI.
Hospital for a bad knee, which is her fake knee, because the kids were kicking her at Gatlinburg. How the hell did she jump out of her truck so fast the day after the TBI was here to see my son?
Yeah, you know what?
That very next morning, she got out of her truck. Like she literally jumped out and ran up on the porch and in my house.
Oh, there we go. Information we did not have prior to this. Thank you, Allie. There
Yeah,
we go.
wait. Can she say that one more time? Just one more time. I got to say that one more time, please.
All right.
Just say one more time. Wait.
If her knee was so bad.
Just say that one more time. Let me turn it up.
If her knee was so bad, how the hell did she jump out of her truck so fast and come running in my house to question my child?
Madam Prayer Garden, I believe there's somebody else in the wings waiting to come up and say hi.
I'm not.
Who is it?
Yeah, it's Chris. It says
Interview?
Yep.
And are you and her still best friends?
Yep.
There's been a rumor running around that you guys had a falling out.
What?
Okay, right now they're talking about Leslie. Okay, they're talking about Leslie. Allie's friend that was on the porch, you know, with Chris McDonough.
No, we did not. It's because we said that because people would not leave her alone. People need to leave her name out of their mouth.
Absolutely. She's a good woman, Allie. She's a good woman. And I honestly think
Now, I mean, I paid attention and I knew about what was happening and transpiring. Hunter went to live with Leslie. We do know Leslie passed away. Rest in peace, Leslie. We do know that. So we know that there had to have been a reason. Her children were not residing with her anymore.
thank her for all things on the farm. If
I
you
was
are
just going to
truly,
say, can you read the back chat?
yes, I will.
Hey, Allie, can you just yell to your daughter and ask her what Summer's favorite color was?
All right.
Guys,
The hype around
Um,
AI from
The Summer's favorite color, it was, I mean, people said purple. Candace said all bright colors, right? I don't know, Kirst. You just heard her say it, right? You just heard her say it. No, Chris is not Jess. Chris was a main moderator for Andrew. Chris was a main moderator for Andrew. That was, I believe, pretty close with Allie and Hunter and them. There is an interview out there. I think it's still out there. I don't know. Where Chris was speaking to Hunter. About the Andrew, the making the money off of YouTube, that different stuff. So that interview is out there somewhere. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Because they said I laid dildos in their place and I didn't.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Ernie.
Cool deal.
Yes.
See, Ernie had to bring up the dilly dough and the yardo, right?
I mean, that made me spit my pop out.
No, I have,
One more time, Ernie, please.
I have a question for Allison. Even though I know I can call her up at any time and ask her, I just want to do this here. Hey, Allison, how is our son?
He's good.
That's great to hear.
Please ask Allie,
Allie.
is Jose really, if Jose really cooked and cleaned? Thank you.
You know, I got something. It'd be real cool right now. I mean, I think it'd be
Did
awesome.
hey Allison, did Jose really cook and clean?
Yes.
Oh, he
It
did.
was me. It was me and Jose that were cooking and cleaning that house.
Wow.
Before Jose showed up, I made sure those babies had food. I mean, real food.
Oh,
That's
God
sad.
bless you, girl. God
Allie.
bless you.
I got a question.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Ernie.
Allie, with the Benny Factor, was you ever around when Benny was president?
No, I don't even know who that character is.
Okay.
Hey,
Thank God
Allie.
for that one.
Allie, are you originally from Tennessee?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
She's
I've been
originally
here
from
for
New
10
York.
years.
You're from New
So
York, right? House looked worse after. Did you see the pictures where Chris M went up there?
Yes, that was disgusting.
Oh, did it look worse then than it did when you was there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Google Live. A phone stand by Google.
Hold on a
Say
second.
big on the new Samsung Galaxy S22.
Let me turn my volume all the way up here.
I don't know. Just put pieces together. I mean,
So sorry, Ernie's in the background talking about he has audio where he talked to Candace. He never does bring that out in this live. Okay. So anybody who thinks they're interested in that, feel free to go find it.
Well, I did. Let me go somewhere a little bit quieter. That way we ain't got no interference.
I don't know if you want to answer that one.
I can't answer that.
Thank you.
Okay, so Allie doesn't want to answer the question about, hang on, I got ahead of myself. And no, I don't claim to be good at this. Okay, not at all. Not at all, peeps. Okay, hold on.
Married.
Would you say our relationship was like?
All right, I don't need to hear about their relationship. Andrew asks Allie how their relationship was. Allie basically says, not that it's freaking relevant, that it was a one and done deal, basically, that, you know, Andrew couldn't keep it in his pants or some shit, right?
Sorry, that was my younger years. I'm not a man
proud
who
of you,
anymore.
Allie.
Sorry. Let me rephrase that.
Oh crap.
I don't want anybody to think I'm out there doing dirty things with other women when I'm perfectly happy with my wife. I want to rephrase that. I was a man whore. Let me rephrase.
Begging on at her house that morning. But Hunter said that she took Summer to the bathroom at your home and put her in the bathing suit.
No, she was not dressed at my house.
Allie saying, right? She was not dressed at her house.
Is not dressed at your house, so she did
No.
get dressed at out at Candace's then.
And I know that
What's
perfectly
in private
because
chat?
And it drives me kind of crazy sometimes when someone will ask a question and they're kind of interrupted before they can finish answering the question. That kind of drives me nuts, but oh well.
Don't pay attention to the private chat. You're going to get just all hate back there, hon.
I have a question. People are wondering if I have a screenshot of it. This comes from Shell Vintage. They have a question for Allison. Was wondering if me and Mines and ever stayed at the Wells house. I've denied
no, you
it.
did not.
All right, thank you.
Allison, do you know if the police confiscated the bathing suit or any of the clothes that Summer was wearing that day?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, so hold on, y'all. I want you to hear this. Let me find it. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff pulled up, so bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Where exactly is it? Is it this one? Hold on, I'll find it. Like I said, I have a lot of things here, you guys, so please just bear with me. I believe it's here. Okay, let me find it, and then I'm gonna. Let me find. I want to make sure I find the right one. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I think I found what I was looking for. Hold on. I have Don Wells saying, hold on. Just bear with me, please. Okay, somewhere in here, and I gotta freaking find it. Don Wells talks about what these search dogs used when they came up on the hill. Where is it? I'm gonna get mad at myself here, you guys. Is that it? I'm showing you guys receipts, so. And I will drop the links to these channels so y'all can go find this stuff yourself. Don Wells absolutely speaks on what was used. Hang on. Okay, Okay, let's see what I want to see if this is what I'm talking about here. This is on Queen Beech channel. Let me drop the link in chat. She is commentating on another prayer garden live. But Dawn says what they used to get the scent. Hang on a minute. All right. Let me see if this is it, my friends.
They're like, we thought you were done. We thought you left and beat feet.
Oh, no, my internet just cut out. I don't know what the hell happened.
He gets blamed all the time. I mean, nonstop.
Now the shorts that is that you, Jody Sue? Okay, sweetie, you can turn the camera off. Listen, Don, the shorts that that law enforcement was handed, was those the shorts that went with the jacket that she was wearing that day? I mean, when the jacket was too hot, did she change out of the shorts as well? I mean, did she completely change, or did she just take off the jacket?
I think after she.
How would Don know? Don was at work.
How
He
would
doesn't
Don know?
So if he answers this question and says, I think she changed her, I think she changed her clothes. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think her mom changed her clothes. He doesn't know. He wasn't there.
He doesn't.
Well, you don't realize that if she gets this gotcha moment, she'll be internet famous and she'll be in the news and she'll be a multimillionaire.
That's what it is.
It is. And so he's like,
Gotcha
yeah, that's exactly. And you know what? That you just said it right there. That explains right there why people are still on it to this day.
That is why.
Yep.
I mean, after she got, as far as what I know about my wife, when they get out of the swimming hole, she will put all dry clothes on her.
Right.
And so
Really?
Or whatever, but they wanted all her dirty laundry out of the laundry.
And here's Jody's.
Here we go. Here we go. This is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. They wanted all her dirty laundry out of the laundry. But yet they add doing laundry to the timeline, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. And you know what? That you just said it right there. That explains right there why people are still on it to this day.
Yep.
I mean, after she got, as far as what I know about my wife, when they get out of the swimming hole, she will put all dry clothes on her.
Right.
And so or whatever, but they wanted all her dirty laundry out of the laundry.
And here's Jody's.
And they still have faith.
How come the jacket wasn't given to him?
I can't answer that question because I wasn't there. I mean,
I can't answer the question because I wasn't there. But you knew that they wanted all the dirty laundry out of the laundry.
It probably just in all the confusion and everything else and all the questions and everything going on, I would just say that it was probably overlooked, honestly. Ain't nobody trying to hide anything. We're trying to find our daughter.
Okay. Let's get back to this interview. So Dawn says that they absolutely did use some of Summer's toys. Okay. Maybe I didn't back it up enough, right? Yes, Sage. She told Chris McDonough that Summer got out of the water. She was cold, right? I'm not talking about Fred right now, Amy's, but no one ever said Fred. The last time Fred talked about clothes being found in a washer, when his sister mentioned it, he said he didn't know anything about it. Is exactly what he said. He said, yes, there was a backpack in the driveway with substance making materials in it. He said he didn't know anything about clothes being found in a washer. That is what he said.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey guys, hey, I've got information that they just took. Or that what's happened is I think they've confiscated Benny's laptop.
Here we go. So Ernie doing his Benny thing.
I mean, his mom's laptop.
Yes.
Yeah, mom's gonna ask his mama if I could buy it from her. It's pink.
American Girl, I'm going to bring you up, but you, if you want to close camera, you can.
When did they take it?
How you doing, American Girl?
I'm doing good, thank you. Just wanted to say hi to Andrew, who I see often on
Alaska Bush homes.
Okay, hold on. Oh, Jesus. There is a method to my madness, you guys. There absolutely is. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry, you guys. I thought I turned my freaking phone off or turned it down. Believe me, I don't want to hear the Haramoto, whatever the freak it is either. Why did it ring? Okay, anywho, moving on. Moving on. All right, I want you guys to hear this. Let me get this off of here. This is a conversation that it's actually on Facebook that Don Wells had with Daisy. And I've got some timestamps on it. Let me get it out of the way really quick. He gets into it with Prayer Garden. So I really don't care about that. So just some interesting things that he says. Let me pull it up here. I had it all in order. And then you guys know how I am when I pull stuff up. I end up with 1,000 other different freaking things going through my mind. So y'all just have to bear with me. Hey, Exploited. I hope you have a blessed day too. Okay, like I said, this is Don Wells talking to Daisy.
It's changed dramatically.
Right. I mean, it's a nightmare. Even Brandy said that it's a nightmare for her too. You know, I couldn't imagine having a child go missing. That's
Especially
horrific.
like Summer, you know. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's the same for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But Summer loved me with all her heart, and she was all about me and wanted to be with me all the time.
You guys heard that, right? Summer loved him. It was all about him. It was all about him. Wanted to be with him all the time.
And I love my boys, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, you know, that we didn't have our boys. I didn't have a special connection with my boys either. But Summer, I never expected her to just want to be with me and hang out with me all the time and be all about me because.
Well, little girls are closer to.
Okay. Let's go to 1923.
Enforcement was in Eastern Tennessee when Summer come up missing.
He's saying that because of the Rona, that there were a lot of law enforcement that were in Eastern Tennessee at the time when Summer came up missing.
And a bunch of fakers and a bunch of
He's talking about
psychics
YouTubers.
and all these drama and people making tons of money from the bat.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Right. And
but they made a lot of money too.
They're fed up with it. Believe me, Hawkins.
Yeah, they are fed up with it. And all they did is slow the case down. They messed the whole thing up.
I agree with the statement that the case interference in Summer's case by individuals from social media, in my opinion, impacted her case, impacted it, and not in a good way. Not in a good way. And like I said, I just timestamped some of this because I don't need to hear Dawn fighting with anybody. Let me see, 21, 27.
I run around barefoot. We didn't have running water. We had a coal stove.
You know what kills me? What kills me is Summer was so happy all the time, completely happy. Every night she said, "Daddy, will you please take me downstairs? I'm tired." And I'd take her downstairs and I put her in bed and tell her I loved her, pat her little head and rub her back a little bit, and she'd go to sleep.
Okay, if that wasn't Don Wells and what we've heard him say about Summer loving him, he never felt like love like that before. If we hadn't heard that he was showering with her. Now, Don comes back and says that he was talking about when she was younger. Okay, he did come out and say that. If Candace wouldn't have let everybody know that Dawn slept in the nude, would we have looked at this statement differently? Would we have taken that differently? When Candace said Dawn slept in the nude, they were, where I know I heard it, was when they were at the motel. And she was talking about there was a woman and children who had to leave the hotel, right? Well, they did, Amy's. Candace fit down there. I'm sure he didn't carry her down there. I'm sure he walked her down there. But then again, who knows?
I do that every single night for her and tell her how much I love her every single night.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no doubt in my mind that Don Wells did not love his daughter, Summer. I mean, no doubt in my mind. Okay, let me get this off of here. Like I said, I've got so much stuff. Okay.
I've learned.
You do have the right, but
I have the right. I have the right. If these YouTubers have the right to destroy our lives under the Freedom of Speech Act, then I have the right
Well, as
to
long as
talk
you're not
about my
saying anything.
own son, bitch, and sons and my own kids. They
You're
want to
not
tell me
saying
I have no rights and not to say nothing and this and that. That's because they don't want me to expose them for the assholes they are. Our
I can
fucking
speak for
welfare
this.
system's screwed up.
Okay, so I mean that's a pretty interesting statement, right? How do YouTubers, how does social media have the right to use their platforms to speak about his sons, to speak about his family, yet they were saying to him, there is a gag order through the courts, so you're not supposed to be talking about your boys. I completely get what he's saying here. Completely get what he's saying. All right.
They're not able to what?
Are you not able to get them back, you and Candace?
We're trying everything we can, but we got YouTubers in our ass get me fired from a position I had for 13 years straight. I used to take my boys out to the job site with me. All the people I used to work for with Tucker Drywall, they know my boys.
Employees from Tucker Drywall absolutely came out and stated that what they knew about Don and his family was that he was a good father, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
really?
Yeah, I take them on the job site, and they.
Amy, that's kind of weird. Okay.
Josie and Wyatt know how to spot nails.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but most of the time they'd be out playing in the dirt pile, which is fine.
Do you think they're really going to forget about you, Don? No, not at all.
I don't know. And they living with the thing here's the thing you gotta consider. When they put them in foster care, the foster care gets a check for every kid they have.
Okay. 29, 25. I just wanted to go ahead and play this, you guys, just to get it out of my tabs.
Right. Right.
Everywhere.
They don't need to be going and talking to the law enforcement because the law enforcement ain't going to talk to them. That ain't
talking
gonna
about
happen.
Betty and them.
They do not need to show up out there.
No.
I'll just give them a warning. I'm just going to give them a warning. Do not go. Anyway, peace out. Love you all. Love you all. Thanks for your support for summer. Thank you. God bless you all. Okay, I got to get off here.
Okay. Let me get that out of my tabs. All right, let's get back to like I said, you guys, there is a method to my madness. Thank everybody who's hanging out. I appreciate y'all very much. And please feel free to, if there's a question or something that I can try to help answer, I will do my best. I will do my best. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to kind of go through where they're talking about creators and stuff. Because see, when the creators were bickering and fighting with each other, and they would do a live or something, it kind of would take away from the interview. That is why for a long time I have said, hey, 120, I have absolutely said that every interview, everybody's content is important. And if, you know, you got to kind of fast forward through some of the bickering back and forth between creators, and you end up getting some good information.
Hard to stay friends all these years. I mean, that says a lot about your character, is, you know, you're able to be friends, you know, have your son and stay connected. I love that. I love that you guys could stay friends.
It took us a while to build that friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, I have a question. Allie.
Yes.
What the hell was my question? Damn it. Oh, everybody's saying that you said Andrew was never there for Hunter until the past couple years. Did you say that, or?
Yep.
Allie says, I said Andrew wasn't there for Hunter except for the last couple years. I'll get into the legal kidnapping stuff some other time.
Oh, okay.
Andrew, you want to elaborate?
2018. That's a couple of years to us.
Is that when you grew up, Andrew?
2018. But yet you were trying to get your son legally kidnapped. After Summer went missing under the guise of Allie booked to Tennessee and you didn't know where they were. But I am moving on from that. I have too much to say about that, but
no, that's when
he grew some balls and decided to try to become daddy.
That's when I said, that's when I had enough of my own garbage and I was coming out of my own issues and I just wanted to get to real life. And I was like, okay, well, this is how this is going to play. We're going to do it the right way, the legal way. And we haven't had issues since.
Good.
I mean, it's a difficult story to explain, but like I said, I was quite the partier and asshole growing up. So.
Right.
But men are usually like that.
Yeah, not all. Some, not all.
Yeah, orange and white, right?
Here's the cat. Hold on. There's a picture of the cat. There's a picture of the cat. That is the cat that Andrew gave to Hunter. I'm going to leave the screen up here because the picture of the cat has metadata on it. The picture of this cat was taken while I believe they were either at the storage facility. I believe it was storage. Okay. All right. So this is the date that the picture of the cat was taken.
Right.
Orange and white.
Oh, and Candace was trying to say it was gray. No, no, it is
now, trigger warning. Allegedly, that cat was harmed by Don Wells, right? Cat was harmed by Don Wells.
Actually, yes, it is actually it's like a yellow cat with white on it.
Can I see that defined date, please? Hey, on one second, we're going to define date of that picture too as well, so everybody knows.
Thank you.
Friday, September.
I don't have. Oh, and look at that. There's even location on it too.
What is going on? Friday, September 18th, 2020. Now, let me say this too. These people were showing you guys things. Well, not you guys. I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. They were showing you these things, and people kept questioning, right? So shit just started being made up. A lot of these people were like, I showed it to you, and if you don't believe me, then I will make something up for you, right? They absolutely did do that. Absolutely. Okay.
Can I see that defined date, please? Hey, one second. We're gonna define date in that picture too, as well, so everybody knows.
Can't see
Thank
it.
you.
Kind of hard to see.
There you go. September 18th, 8:49 a.m. And the A to the M. Okay. Y'all see that, right? Okay. Amy's doesn't matter. What does it matter? We know that they were at the U-Haul place together. We know that. We also know that they said that they gave Candace a table. He gave, let me say this, he gave the cat to Hunter. So guess what? Whether it was in their vehicle on the seat, or whether it was grandma's truck on the freaking seat, he gave it to Hunter. No, you're just nitpicking at little shit. It's all you're doing.
I don't have. Oh, and look at that. There's even location on it too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to. Everybody wants to see proof of shit. But look, there's even location in the exact spot we were.
Kingsport, Tennessee.
I can't see it.
That was outside the storage unit. It was
8:48
morning.
Kingsport, Tennessee. I don't think you're being nosy. I think that I'm not going to say what I think. Not at all. So go somewhere else and ask them dumbass questions. How about that? I'm not dealing with it today. Okay, so we know for a fact September 18, 2020 is when Andrew and them came to Tennessee. Factual. What is interesting is, how would Jose have a job interview for the day after they arrive unless he was calling while he was in the back of the U-Haul, right? And that's a possibility. He could have been. He was sitting back there by himself, right? Sitting back there by himself. If Andrew and them would have stayed and had a place to stay, he would have needed a job, right?
September 18th, 2020. Yeah,
So,
8:48 a.m.
Chris or PJ, do you all ever watch Andrew's? Have you ever watched his channel? Oh, I've been every live since the first one.
Why did Candace fight so hard to try to get you back as a friend?
Yes.
Because I don't think she had any friends. But there comes a time and place when you cross the line and enough is enough.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's kind of obvious this whole time that Candace wanted friends. In my opinion, she was devastated when Allie wouldn't be her friend anymore. Allie also talks about exactly when they met.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I agree with you. I agree with
Mhm.
you. You
I have
know,
a question for PG.
I totally agree with you on that. You and Candace, was Candace mean to Summer?
Yes.
Do you think she was jealous of
Even
her?
Allie's daughter said it. Yeah, she did. Mean as in abusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Candace did was drink and smoke all the time. You know, like from 5 o'clock on, as soon as her feet would hit that doorstep at her house, she'd be drunk within an hour.
You know what?
Okay, so is that I didn't go back to look to see if I believe Don Wells already had a conversation with Chris McDonough where he stated a time that Candace would start partaking of the alcohol, right? So okay.
I thought of, because I remember you saying a long time ago that at 5:30, right, it was happy hour. She'd take out the bottle every night and start drinking, right?
It started at 5 o'clock. By 5:30, she was toasted. She was lit.
So I just was thinking, again, I don't have a theory, but I was thinking, could she have gotten home, opened up the bottle, gotten blitzed, and then somehow whatever happened to Summer happened during that time, you know?
See, and that's kind of weird, right? Yeah, it was like 5:30, Carrie, absolutely. So okay.
Yep, they could have.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
In my opinion, she had a bad day that day. She had to get up early, which I know she don't like to get up early.
Thank you, Prayer Garden. That is what I said. Don Wells talked about Candace being a bitch after in the morning time. In the morning time. That's on the Chris McDonough interview. She would get lit around 5:30, would be intoxicated by the time he got home from work, and there was always an issue in the morning. Why would she want to get up so early in the morning to make sure that grandma was at that appointment? Now, there is proof that Summer was alive that day, right? So, whether she was a bitch that morning or not, I do not know. I wasn't there. But there is proof that, of course, Summer, there's proof of life after the morning. I got to get some coffee. Hold on. Okay. Was it? Was it cursed?
due to the fact that she's, you know, she drinks every night. And I know she drinks every night because I was in there almost 7.5 months with them, and she was drinking every night. And I wanted to ask you, and this is my opinion, and, you know, I think that she had a bad day that day, getting up early, having to run Grandis to the hospital and run around. And I think she was hoping to get back to the house to try to mend the bridge with you. And when she got back to the house and was unable to mend that bridge with you, I think it really set her mood off, maybe a nasty mood. And her and Grandis on the way home, as I've said many times, I think that on the way home, they weren't really talking about flowers. They were probably talking about you.
See, I couldn't understand that either, right? I couldn't understand that Candace brings Summer into the house and Allie didn't holler and be like, baby girl, come and see me. I love you. I still don't understand the contradictions in what Summer was wearing or being changed into something. Maybe Summer just had to use the restroom. Why make a big deal out of that? I don't know.
And when she got home, I think that, you know, they did up until Summer asked the middle boy to go to the basement, and he said no. I think she went right back out the door to where Mommy and Grandis was. And this is my opinion, but I believe that Candace may have struck her. And like Candace said, she was gone. I mean, they couldn't revive her. And then they had to do something.
Trigger warning.
Because Candace told me that she went to her church that day. And I said,
she said she had a bathing suit on when they left the house. Could Summer have slept in the bathing suit? Sure. Sure she could have. Right? She absolutely could have.
why did you go all the way to your church? And she said, I said, if you would have, why would Summer be going to the church anyway? And why would you would have met her on the way because you're driving. She's.
I guess as far as was school already out at that time or not, I think the only way that would have any relevancy is if school was not out, why were the boys kept at home that day, right? Other than that, whether school was out or not, the boys were allegedly at home that day, right? Said she put the bathing suit on that morning, right? Because it was going to be hot. Because it was going to be hot. Yet, I don't know how hot it would have been. I would have to pull up. I have pulled up the weather reports and stuff that day. I can't remember how cool it actually was that early in the morning. But if you're interested, you can pull up the National Weather Service, go back to that day. It'll tell you how cool it was that morning, for sure.
Walk and you would have seen her. Why?
For sure. For sure, for sure. I think the magic question for June 15th, I've covered the timeline. Don said he got up at a certain time. Don't know what time he left, don't know what time he got to work. You know, I was waiting on somebody to go to Burger King, and ask them, did Don Wells have his boys with him when he stopped there for breakfast? That's where he went and had his little morning breakfast all the time. Right? I don't think that ever happened. And from my understanding, he was a frequent flyer there, so they would have known who he was. But that's just me and my weirdness, I guess.
Robin would be there. And I said, oh. And so what do you think? Why do you, and TBI, or
okay, wait. I'm sorry, I need to just kind of back that up a little bit here.
I wanted to ask you, and this is my opinion, and you know, I think that she had a bad day that day, getting up early, having to run Grandis to the hospital and run around. And I think she was hoping to get back to the house to try to mend the bridge with you. And when she got back to the house and was unable to mend that bridge with you, I think it really set her mood off, maybe a nasty mood. And her and Grandis on the way home, as I've said many times, I think that on the way home, they weren't really talking about flowers. They were probably talking about you. And when she got home, I think that, you know,
agree.
They did up until Summer asked the middle boy to go to the basement and he said no. I think she went right back out the door to where Mommy and Grandis was. And this is my opinion, but I believe that Candace may have struck her. And like Candace said, she was gone. I mean, they couldn't revive her. And then they had to do something to, because Candace told me that she went to her church that day. And I said, why did you go all the way to your church? And she said, I said, if you would, why would Summer be going to the church anyway? And why would you would have met her on the way because you're driving, she's walking, you would have seen her. Why did you go all the way to your church? And she said, I don't know. Maybe because I thought the preacher or Robin would be there.
I thought the preacher or Robin would be there. Hey, right? She burns up Robin's phone. She burns up Robin's phone. Here you go.
Places, and I mean, I wouldn't call that out of normal. I would say that it's sometimes a little challenging, but it's not abnormal or anything like that.
Okay, take me back to the day she disappeared.
Okay, so I was
walk me through that.
Okay, so I was taking pictures at my little girl's dance recital. It wasn't actually a dance recital; it was the practice for the dance recital, and we had a big backdrop, and I had my fancy camera, and I was getting pictures of all of her classmates, all of her the kids in the class, in the dance class, and I saw my phone, bzz, 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 and it was Candace, and she was calling me on FaceTime, and of course I couldn't answer because I was taking pictures.
What time was it?
Well, dance class starts at 6, so it was probably around 6:30 or 7, I would imagine.
6:30 or 7. 6:30 or 7. So Candace goes to the church. I'm putting this link in here. $6:30 or 7. So if Summer didn't go missing, she was only missing 10 minutes, right? I said that all along, Cursed. I have said that all along. They got to the, okay, it took 25 minutes, right? If I remember correctly, to get to Halston Valley. That would have put Candace as having to leave at 7:30, 20 till 8 to get Grandma there at exactly 8. We're going to give 15 minutes or whatever, right? before the communication with Hunter, before going to pick up Hunter, you are playing with a couple hour time period there.
Okay.
I didn't look at the time, but I
Had
guess
you
it was-
seen her any earlier that day, Candace?
No, hadn't seen her talk to her.
Okay,
yet.
so that was the
No,
first contact
That was the
that
first
day.
contact, yeah.
Okay, what happened?
And she called me maybe 5 times on FaceTime, and I didn't answer to any of them until class was over, and I'm cleaning up all camera equipment, putting away the backdrops and everything, and I get a call from a friend of mine, David Dotson. I get a call from him, and he said, Candace has been trying to call you. And I said, I know, I saw it. I wasn't able to answer. What's up? He goes, Summer's missing. And I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't realize at that moment how huge that was, but I was like, oh wow, that's bad. I'll call her. So actually, I don't even think I had to call her. I think she interrupted that call and she called me, and she got on my FaceTime screen. I've got my little girl in the back seat, and she's like freaking out on my screen there saying, Summer's gone, and I called the police, and I don't know what to do. And I said, Candace, I'll be right there. I'm coming. But I said, first I got to get my little girl home. I got to get my husband to put her to bed, and I'll be right there. So I go home, and I get a bag, and I put flashlights and snacks and all the stuff in there, thinking I'm going to be up all night looking for this little girl.
Flashlights, snacks, thinking I'm going to be up all night looking for the little girl.
And I don't think I even got to the house until probably 9 o'clock because I had to do some other things before I could leave. So I think I got there around 9, and they wouldn't let us in.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us in. I parked my car down there at the little road across from the main road and walked up there, and they had it all taped off. There was helicopters flying around everywhere. There was search dogs. There was police officers and lights, and it was just craziness. And at that moment, I realized, wow, this is a big deal. This is not just a small beans. We can't find her. This is huge.
Right.
Excuse me. What do you guys find wrong with that? What do you find wrong with that? It's dark outside. There's a child missing. You think you're going to be looking for her most of the night? But it doesn't seem serious until after you get there. Kind of odd. Kind of odd, right?
And I said, oh, and so what do you think? And TDI, or me and Donald and her was on the phone, and he dropped her off at the police station. I thought she was going in to get information on the case. And when she came out, I found out that she wasn't in there to get information on the case. When she came out, she was screaming and hollering. And she said that they told her that she came out of the driveway twice that day, not once, but twice, and they know she did. And she told them that, no, I came out once. That's my fucking story. I'm sticking to it. If I'm not under arrest, then can I leave? And they let her leave. But
there you go, right? Yeah, it is, Cats. It's good to see you, Cats. Dang, I ain't seen you forever. But then you'll hear in this Allie talking about how, and Hunter talked about, if you're serious, you need to call Allie. Allie not believing it at first either. Right? Do I need to play that again? This is where I heard about her leaving the hill twice. This is where I remember hearing it from. Right? For law enforcement to say that to Candace, they obviously had her on video. And let's Go back just a second. I forgot what I was going to say. Why if she was looking for Summer, would she go all the way to the church? Why would she go all the way to the church? Also, don't forget, Robin had a job, right? I get what you're saying, Kirst. But we're talking about an area. Well, all areas could be any child that goes missing, whether it's in the mountains or even a neighborhood, can be very dangerous. Yes, that's what he said. Absolutely, Deb. He absolutely said that it wasn't anything new. She would drink and smoke and lose the kids. That's it.
But she, because me and Donald asked her simultaneously, what did she say? And that's what she told us, that she told him that was her effing story. She was sticking to it. And if she wasn't under arrest, she wanted to leave. And they let her leave. So
sounds kind of like her. I'm going to blow up Walmart. I mean, she was
in Walmart with my mother. And they were back in the cell phone department. It wasn't the one I worked at. It was another one. It was the one on the other side of town. And I forgot how my mom said it, but somehow getting her cell phone fixed, and they said they don't do that no more there, that she'd have to call the company or something. And she got really mad, and she said something about, well, maybe I should blow, yeah, something about blowing up the place. And she got mad, took her phone back, and they were in the toy department, and that's when the security and the police department found her.
Whoa.
She had to go up to the front of the building, and she had to go sit in her little LP room. And she was issued a citation, and she was banned from the Walmart.
Yeah, she would have been arrested if it weren't COVID, right, Allie? Would you say?
If it wasn't I think if it wasn't for her kids
and her kids
being there with her and my mom, I think she would have been arrested.
Yeah,
probably so. PG, just to reiterate what she was saying, and if this does not put you on the spot, do you think she is capable of striking Summer so bad that she would kill her or knock her out?
That's what I wanted to know.
The day me and her are falling out, she threatened to blow my damn head off with a shotgun.
Wow.
So
hey, Allie, have you ever seen Candace shoot the gun or shoot the flare gun or whatever? Have you ever seen her shoot any type of gun up there?
Yeah, there was an incident where there was a copperhead outside, and it was right around where the kids were.
Okay. We knew about the snakes and stuff because Jose talked about it, right?
We were cooking on the grill, and the kids were playing in the yard, and one of the kids was sitting on the riding lawnmower, and he didn't freak. He sat still, thank God.
Yeah.
Because it was a big old copperhead, and it went over his feet.
Jose told about the same story, right? About the lawnmower and the snakes and mowing the grass, getting all of that taken care of.
And we didn't believe him at first until she had this idea about flushing the snake out of the lawnmower with a garden hose.
Not a good idea.
And yeah, that snake was pretty big. That was a copperhead.
And she shot it?
She tried to.
My ass probably would have shot it too.
Oh, wow.
She tried to shoot it with a 22.
So she definitely would have tried to shoot you.
I want to put it back there. That scared the ever living shit out of me.
Now I know that there was
And I had given her mother gas money to bring my kids back down to Kingsport while I was at work. I told her, here's 20.
This is Allie talking about when she called law enforcement, said Candace threatened her with a pew because she wanted her kids home and there was an issue with it.
For gas. You go back home, you get my kids, and you bring them to my house.
Is it true that your children were crying and not wanting to leave her house when the police went up there to get them? Was it true that they said
no,
that they wanted to stay? They just tell my mom, we want to stay here. We don't want to
No.
leave our mom. That's what.
Okay, so walk down memory lane. There was also another incident where there was a young boy, I want to say, up there. The parents wanted to pick him up. Candace would not give the address. There's definitely a police report out there for it. Go check out JLR. Got a lot of those documents, right? Why? Okay, that's from your understanding. Okay. Make that make sense. If she called David Dotson, why would she have thought that Summer, if Summer had only been gone 10 minutes, how would Summer have made it to the church? How would she have made it to the church if she was allegedly gone for 10 minutes? Now, we all absolutely knew, right, that there's no way that Summer was only gone 10 minutes. No way at all. For sure. This is Crime Story. Obsessed. I'll go ahead and play this. Did I add too many S's? I don't think so. Okay. Here we go.
About all of them.
That's good
The
to
only
know.
thing the sheriff told me to ask you to was to find out where or what took her 4 hours to call the sheriff's department.
They're speaking on Candace. This is a person who worked with Ronnie Lawson for years. 4 years.
Call the sheriff's department.
4 hours.
He said
4 hours. 4 hours. Ronnie wanted to know why 4 hours. Why it took 4 hours. So you can read into that whatever you need to. But
what Candace was saying on
No.
live.
No. No.
Andrew, wake up.
I'm up. Question.
So why was she lying like that, Allie?
Because she wants to cover her own ass to make herself look good.
the same reason that
Andrew has a
her and
question for
Donald
the baby mama.
was trying to use
Yep.
your son to throw under the bus along with a ton of other people to cover their asses.
Yep.
Do you get the sense that they are both, you know them better than anyone? I mean, you hung around them way longer than I did. So what I'm trying to say is,
see, this is what I don't understand either. And Allie says exactly when her mom and Candace became friends. The relationship, I don't want to say relationship because people will try to say that I'm saying that Dawn and Allie, that they all had this relationship. Not that kind of relationship. These people were coming out and being kind when speaking about each other until a certain point, right? You know, Don's always been a good guy, but then her mother's like, no, he was giving alcohol and touching my grandkids. Her mother said that. It's, yeah, weird.
do you believe that they are covering up and hiding something?
I believe they're hiding a lot more than what we know.
Pertaining to.
But are they hiding what they possibly know what happened to Summer? Remember, Dr. Phil did not look at Dawn and say, we believe you know something. They looked at Candace and said it to Candace, right? They looked at Candace and said it to Candace. Hold on. Pull my own chat up here. Let me get my own chat pulled up here. Okay.
To the case.
Yep.
Okay.
They know something.
Andrew, go ahead, hurry.
Did
question.
Grandis drink alcohol or do drugs?
She
Wait,
drank
don't answer, Howard.
occasionally.
Grandis drink
Go ahead,
occasionally.
Andrew.
You don't seem to drink, Allie.
She ain't allowed.
She
Try
doesn't. She
starting.
does not seem to
Andrew
drink.
has-
I have a question for you,
Andrew has
Allie.
a question.
When our son said something about an Andy in that interview, who exactly was he talking about?
Good question.
Because I don't believe he never once called me that in my life, so I don't think it was me.
No, he was not talking about you.
All right, because a lot of people are getting that confused, and I just want to clear that up because, listen, you know I hate being called that worse than being called a dirtbag.
Could you
So.
tell us which Andy, or would that not be?
Well, this is what I've always said about that little Deb, and this is just my opinion. If he knew something was going to happen on Candace's watch, and he was that concerned about it, and I don't know the answer to it, right? No, the SDA church. She allegedly went to the church down the road. You can, the link is in there. You can, I mean, you can go watch it. Why would she go to see if Robin was at the little church down the road from them? So you might check and see how far the SDA church is from 110 Ben Hill Road. Robin obviously was Candace's second thought after she called Dawn? I don't know. I don't know.
What do you do?
That
We won't say
is,
anything.
that would not be a good idea right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I respect
Hey,
that.
Allie, do you know Jody, Sue, and Andy?
Nope, I know who Indy is, but I don't. I think I met Jody Sue like once, and she was in the car. I only said hi to her, and I was with Candace.
Right.
It was at Dollar General.
So how
Right.
many Andys are there? There's not really that many, so it could be process of elimination, right? There's Andy, Jody Sue's significant or insignificant other now, right? Who else? PJ, who's the other Andy?
Amanda, yes, you can join stream. I'll send you a link, honey. You come on up.
Was it just a lot of mumbling, or did she just have a delay altogether?
She knew what some words were. Like I was Aunt Allie, you know. She'd call my daughter Drew, you know. And
How is true, Allie? I'm sorry.
I was hurt.
I'm trying to kind of go through the trying to stick with what's important here. Where do I have it? At some point, there was a text. There was a text where Dawn and Candace were kind of spitting back and forth with each other. And they're kind of calling each other out, saying the situation, you know, is about each other, right? Yeah, she went to the SDA church is what was said. To see if Robin or the pastor was there. That's what PG said that Candace said to her. That's what was said. That's all I can say, right? Yeah, I'd mentioned that. I had a conversation and I mentioned that too, Exploited. Absolutely. Not that conversation, but I mentioned the conversation that about and the link is in the description, Kirst, for this live, so you can go back and maybe I misunderstood it. But why would she go down to the church right down the road to see if Robin or the pastor was there? They wouldn't be at the little church down the road. Okay, so Dawn basically tells Candace that he has been protecting her ass. Let me get out of there. For sure. Why? Well, we got to look at it this way, right? We got to look at it this way. Candace didn't have any friends. She didn't allegedly have any friends, right?
I was very nice about it a minute ago because I wanted to let it pass when she ran Ernie off. And I'm so sorry. Absolutely, I'm so sorry.
Look, ICU is.
Oh, Susan, thank you for this.
To know if you have received.
Okay, hold on.
You said, I don't know, she said inappropriate messages between Jose and your daughter.
oh yeah, my daughter showed that to me. Like as soon as she got them, she snapshotted them and sent them right to me. And I was at work and I went the hell off.
Do you still have them?
So you know what?
No, they're on.
Jose allegedly was speaking. Yep, that's what they said, Mimi. Look, we all know there ain't none of us stupid. We're all pretty intelligent people. We know Don and Candace have been together for years. They know each other they know things about each other that they're never going to tell on each other at all. They're just not going to do it. And to me, the excuse of, he my baby daddy. He's my baby's daddy, right? Well, guess what? You ain't got none of your kids anymore. So what's the excuse? But no, Jose allegedly was making inappropriate comments on Allie's daughter's Facebook. Okay. Oh.
Why do you think Jose's trying to make it seem like he was there for so long as opposed to like 4 to 6 weeks?
I don't know.
This is kind of wild because he was putting it out that he was there longer. He made it seem longer than what he was actually there. And I showed you guys where Andrew showed the date they were in Kingsport. How? Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 moment, please. Does anybody remember when there was talk going around about Jose being seen in the area a couple hours away or something before Summer went missing? Not at their house, not at 110. I'd have to find it in my notes. I'm not saying it's true. Because it just came to my mind when I was thinking about Jose. For sure. You know, it's kind of like going to the grocery store to buy something and then you get home and you remember what you initially went there to buy that you didn't buy when you went there. Does that make sense? Yeah, Sassy, and it was weird, right? I don't know, Lil Dab. I do not know. Okay, so Jose wasn't there that long. But when people don't keep track of time, and why was he so upset with Candace, right? No, I don't know anything about that, Jess. No. It was nothing along that line at all. No. No. Not that I know of. I mean, for real. So I never seen anything like that. The area that it was Ernie and them. The area was a couple hours away. It wasn't that area. It allegedly was a totally different area. I question why Jose acted like that, why he got so angry when Candace dropped that restraining order. He wasn't around Dawn. Dawn was gone when Jose came there. Dawn was gone. So how did Jose see a red truck and have a conversation with Dawn about a red truck? That must have been a packed full couple of days that they were together after Dawn came home, right?
That's weird. Like, what kind of man just wants to pretend he was at another man's house for months on months on months? It's just like hero complex.
Allison called the cops on Candace because Candace would not give back her children. Isn't that true, Allie?
Yes, it is. That morning, me and Candace had our falling out because I didn't sleep that night. I was all night long crying my eyes out and everything because I knew I had to take a step back from our friendship. I had to end it. Because when you're married to someone, you don't go sleeping around with other people. I don't care.
Oh, Allie say they was, right? Yeah, I've never seen that either exploited. Not at all. So I am not putting that out over here as factual, I can tell you that. I never seen anything like that. Hang on. Not at all. Okay, so when did Don come back from Utah? What day did Don come back from Utah? How long was he there when Don came back from Utah? A couple days? And then they started partaking in the alcohol? Right? Right. Righty, right.
But you were hooking up with Jose.
What?
You were hooking up with Jose, so if she really
Me and Jose were hooking up a couple nights after he got there. We just started kicking it back to like we would sit there to have conversations about our lives back home in New York, the people we knew. Come to find out, we knew a lot of people that hung out together. And and he started kicking it to me, and out of respect to Candace and her mother, because her mother had the hots for him majorly.
I heard that.
Like she would sit there, put her hand on his pants, and try to.
This isn't just a construction project, it's the start of something special for our campus and our.
Sorry. Commercial. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it sounds to me like this is just my opinion. I truly think in Jose's mind that he could love and hug. Sherry, I don't want you over here. I'm sorry. I just don't think you're a good fit for my channel, and I don't need your kisses. Thank you, though. I think Jose thought he's seen bigger things happening for himself. I think he felt that the restraining order would keep Dawn away. If that could have happened, then he would have absolutely have been able to stay at 110, right? I think he thought that. Okay, how do you know that 120 acres? How do you know that for a fact that Dawn used to drive a little older red truck? Did he admit it? Or is that just what you heard Jose say? Right? So I ain't saying he did or didn't. I don't know. Right? Yeah, you're right. I don't, Josie. I don't have a clue about this case. Do you? Do you know about this case? What do you know about it? Hey, we're having a conversation about it. What do you know about it? Because guess what? I don't have a clue about it. I don't know where she's at. Not at all. We're just having a discussion. So you can join in on the discussion or do whatever, right? Do whatever. Obviously, you got a clue about it, do you? You want me to drop a link? You want to come up and tell us what we know or don't know? Dawn did have a red truck. I don't care about Sherry exploited. I don't care about Sherry. I am not talking about Sherry. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Oh, you seen a video with him in it? Hey, Brandy. Okay, so do you think, Mimi, don't even mess with Josie? For real. It's asinine for someone to come in and say, you don't know anything about this case. Guess what? I don't. If I knew, Summer wouldn't be lost. Okay? For real. Okay, so how does that, okay, let's look at it like this. The red truck, right? Okay, so Dawn had a red truck or whatever. If that was the case, he would have had to had it in 2020 when Jose was there. He would have had to been driving it, right? He would have had to have still been driving it for it to be seen in the area, right? He would have had to have been seen in the area. I thought that too, Carrie. I thought that also, right? Because I don't know if it's true or not, and I don't remember. They talked about Tucker Drive while having those little trucks. I know a lot of people are like, no, they only had vans or whatever, but that's why I never said a lot about it, because Don talked about having a work truck that they would drive when they went long distances for the job, right? You didn't need a key to start it, right? Okay.
Back. We would wait until everyone went to sleep.
Yes, National.
And then, then he started doing that shit with Candace. Candace started being all over him. I'm like, well, wait a minute, girl. You're supposed to be my best. You're supposed to be like a sister to me. You don't do that. You cross the line.
Yep.
And then,
now this is a sad thing. I don't. Candace and Allie ended up going at each other because of Jose, but if I remember, Grandma was the one that was wanting to play a little hanky panky with Jose. But that's not what I was interested in, I guess. It was Jose, period. Because for Jose having mental problems, and don't get me wrong, hey, anybody that's got any problems mentally, it's not a good thing. But for wanting to stay there because mentally he's messed up, he was sure being messy, right? He was being messy.
she wanted to take care of her kids and everything. And I just thought,
Allie, did you see the interview, Jose's interview?
I watched some of it.
What did you think of it, sweetheart?
From what I've seen of it, it's some kind of bullcrap. Dude, stop trying to.
Why do you think he tried to? I'm sorry. Why do you think that he tried to say he was there for 6 months?
I don't know. To make himself look good.
You think?
I think so.
He didn't show up till September, and he left in October, the 15th.
That's what those receipts said.
Yeah, so he wasn't even there but a few weeks.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I got people blowing up my freaking text messages.
Yeah, hey Dakota, if you want to come back in and tell us what you know about the case, come on back in and tell us about it, Dakota. All three wanted a piece of Jose. He was messy. He knew he couldn't stay at Allie's, absolutely. No, he couldn't keep Dawn away. And I guess if you look at their relationship, it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, my opinion is I don't think Dawn gave a shit if she was whatever she was doing. But Jose is like, I was so angry, I threw my phone in the water, right? Over a restraining order. I see Candace doing the same thing with Jose that I feel, this is my opinion, she did with Benny and Ernie. I think that Candace was telling Jose everything that Dawn did to her in her life. I think she was telling Jose what a messed up person Dawn was, right? Yeah, I don't either, May May. I don't either. But that's just my opinion. Like I have said many times, I'm just a commentary channel and I give my opinion. That's it. I'm nobody special. I've never claimed to be anybody special. Ain't never claimed to have the magic information that is going to bring a little girl back home. Right? Yeah, I truly believe that 120 acres. I truly believe that. For sure.
I think question.
Andrew,
yes, dear.
How good do you know Jose? Why do you think okay, first I want to ask you, because I seen in the first interview, second interview, I seen a lot of where he was recanting the bullshit. I mean, did you take note that he lied?
No, I just replayed. I replayed the videos of where I seen him.
I mean, he said he was there.
And if you guys want to watch the Jose interviews, he did one with Chris McDonough and also Justin. I don't know. I know Justin's got a channel called Clutch Them Pearls, but I think he's got another channel too, and I don't remember the name of it.
For 6 months, and then all of a sudden he pops up and says, oh, well, now he's trying to say 2 months, but we ain't getting really 2 months out of it. We're getting about possibly 7, 8 weeks at the most.
Right.
Yep.
I mean,
but can I ask a serious question?
Yes.
Okay. They were down there in September, October of 2020.
September the 19th.
Summer went missing in June 2021.
Right.
How do they fit into this whole thing?
Well, I'll tell you how they fit into it. It's not about saying, hey, Jose came running down to Ben Hill Road and took Summer or anything like that. No, it's about talking to these people and getting a background on Candace and Dawn Wells and what they are capable of doing, because we do not know what they are capable of.
Yeah, I mean, we've been shown Dawn and Candace and their shenanigans. I've kind of said this a lot all along. A lot of people that befriended them after Summer went missing or went to the Hill and stuff absolutely have told us their behaviors. They've showed us their behaviors, right? How do you know that wasn't the other way around? 120 acres. How do you know that CM wasn't wanting to talk to Jose? CM was wanting to talk to a lot of people. Remember Andy Bernard? When Andy was taking call-ins and Chris called him? I have that if you want to hear it. I do have that. Oh, he repeatedly asked Justin? Well, that wasn't very nice of him, was it? I do not know. I do not know. Maybe you should ask Josie, aka Dakota. Maybe Josie, aka Dakota, can answer that for you. For sure.
Well,
Allison,
and then all of a sudden Jose was involved. So
do you feel that Candace and H ever had any type of relationship?
to be all honest with you, I'm still on the fence with that. When Jose came out and said what he said, yeah, I called Allison and I asked her about it straight up. And in her own words, she can tell you what she said. So
No, I don't believe they had anything going on. Candace was more.
I mean, if H is your son, hon, I have sons of my own, and I know that my sons always tell me the truth. They tell me the truth, no matter what. They tell me the truth.
That's how Hunter is.
And we obviously a P of something. A P of something, right? For sure. This is what I've always said. Is my opinion on the Hunter stuff. He was a young boy. He was a young boy. He had a girlfriend. From my understanding, after the falling out with Allie, she did not feel that she was going to get the kids involved with that. She was still allowing Candace to talk to the kids and see the kids. The comment was made, Candace would go by Allie's mom, Sherry's house to see the kids. I mean, obviously, there wasn't that big of a problem there. Bye, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much. That Candace came and picked Hunter up from Allie's that day, right? So there wasn't a big issue with that at all. I would think if the thought that there was that kind of inappropriateness going on, that Allie would not have allowed that at all, right?
Absolutely. And I think you being his mother, you will absolutely know if something of that nature took effect or it didn't.
Oh, yeah.
And so you are pretty much... And
I apologize, you guys. I did not watch this whole interview in advance. I just caught bits and pieces and, was trying to pull up some things so there would be receipts on what was being talked about.
the no, it didn't happen. Thank you, Deb. Thank you so much for the spring summer home. Absolutely, and very soon.
Yes, let's bring someone home.
So,
the only ones I would know is Candace.
sweetheart, so you're 100% saying, no, I do not believe that there was ever anything between Candace and Hunter.
Yes, because Hunter would have told me. He's very open about his sex life with me.
Okay, because somebody was asking me about who had full custody of Hunter during the time that incident's supposed to happen. It doesn't matter who had custody of Hunter at that time.
I'm not sure if that was the first husband's name or if that was her older son's name.
Okay, they're talking about Candace having Andy tattooed on her hand or something, or fingers. Candace's first husband and her oldest son from that marriage, their names were Andrew also. Her oldest daughter from that marriage, her name was Candace. They have nothing to do with this case. Nothing at all.
Could be both.
Okay. Yes, it could.
Well, missing. I'm like, wait.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. Let's get off that for a second here. Okay, so we've got it being said that Candace drove to the SDA church to see if Robin or the pastor was there. Why did she wait? Because Robin said she had been calling her phone. Robin said Candace had been calling her phone. She did not say exactly when the call started. She says she didn't answer until after she was done with her daughter's recital practice. She was taking pictures. Candace and Allie were best friends. When they quit being friends, who was Candace's friends? We know that she was friendly with Marlena, right? Kind of odd, right? It was quite a while, right? By the looks of the Bill video from the truck, Candace looked trash. She made dumbass decisions because she was wasted, trying to cover her own drunken steps. She also called Marlena 120. Marlena said she also called her. She called Dawn, law enforcement, Hunter, Allie, David Dotson, then Robin, somewhere in there, because Marlene has talked about a couple different times. She talked about a couple different, you know, different times. For sure. But what's messed up about it, and this is just the facts, where does it lead? Do we have things being done intentionally to COA? Do we have things being done because she didn't have any friends and you know, and Summer was attached to Robin? The only reason, this is just me in my opinion, if my child went missing, I wouldn't be going to no church that wasn't close to my house to see if someone was there, unless that person had picked up my child before and taken her to that church without my knowledge. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Just peeking, could you say your opinion, please? We do not know if Candace called law enforcement or not. Those 911 calls have not been released to the public. We do have the dispatch calls stating that the father called in, if I remember correctly, but I can't state that as fact because I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not trying to be a bitch, so I'm not. I am not. I mean, yeah, I usually am, but Hey, Minnie Pearl.
I should have this much change left. I know what I eat for lunch at work. I know how much it costs. I know where I spend my money.
Okay, Allie had a big problem. She's saying that money was going up missing. Right? Is what she's saying. That's exactly what she's saying. Does that mean Candace took it? Grandma took it? Not necessarily. Does it mean that Jose himself could have took it? Not necessarily. Could it have been, and I'm just putting this out here only because his daddy put it out there, and I think Alan might have mentioned it. Hunter, you know, had taken something from Allie, you know, from what they said. It could have been, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I played it. Prayer Gardens link is in the description. 120 acres. So maybe I misunderstood what Prayer Garden said. But why would Candace go down to the church by her house to see if Robin or the pastor was there. So you might ask Prayer Garden about it, right? No, you're fine, just peeking. You're fine. And they do, all of them don't tell the truth. Well, it was when Jose was there, Amy's. It was when Jose was there. Because his butt was gone the next day. His butt was gone the next day. I mean, look, you can get into like Dudley's interview. Dudley was paid for his interview. Dudley was trying to say that Jose went to jail while he was there for substances. And that never happened. That was a big problem all along, was big money being made off of these people talking. For sure. So no, we don't know who's telling the truth or not. Yep, that's right. Yeah, they will. They will. Steak dinner's expensive. For sure. A little steak dinner and a couple drinks, right? Yeah. Right. I have no reason not to believe Allie. I mean, for sure. See, Candace said it was the chicks with the penises comment. In this interview, Allie's elaborating to say some of my money was ending up missing, right? I cannot sit here and say that who took it, but obviously Allie felt that her money wasn't there.
And then, then everything with Jose, and it just all hit me at once, and I had to back, I had to back out of the friendship because, you don't steal from your friends, especially someone who's there that's going to help you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is the thing. Look at Candace's track record that has been shown to us so far with her friends.
And you know something, Allie, I want to tell you.
Now, True and it wasn't a 12-year-old girl. True and her best friend at the time had snuck up to Candace's. They told me that.
And how old was True's best friend?
15.
Okay.
And from what I get, because True couldn't hold it in no more, she was pissed.
Now, I am going to play the story that Allie is saying because of what I remember Candace saying about this story.
Don and Candace told True, well, Candace came down to the city, picked them up, and I didn't know anything about it. I thought she was at her friend's house, and, that's where they were spending the night. They even had me believe it because I talked to the girl's mother, and the girls were there at one time.
Right.
Yeah,
True and her friends snuck up to Candace. Candace came down and got them, picked them up, brought them up to her house. Candace ended up getting drunk, and she couldn't bring them home. Donnie came home from work, said, I don't want them in my house. So Candace made my daughter and her best friend sleep out in the back of a truck.
Oh. Yes, that is what was said. Candace elaborated on that and made it into something, how do I want to word it? Because I really don't. I mean, she made it into something more intense, right? Saying that inappropriate things were supposed to be going on or something, right? Lisa.
Oh, and your daughter and her best friend wasn't drinking at all?
No.
Okay.
And so was this a
Thank you.
different falling out, or was
Ding. That's
Dang. Dang, da, dang, dang, dang. Okay.
How did Jose originally end up staying with Candace?
He ended up staying with Candace because he couldn't stay where I was. And Candace said that, and I just basically left him up on the mountain with her because I was done with everybody up there.
I understand that. Hey, Allie, can I ask you another question? Because I know what type of lady you are, and I know that a little bit of flirting you could have. I mean, even if it seemed like flirting from Candace, you could have handled that. So I feel that you've seen a lot more than a little bit of flirting between Candace and Jose. Is that true?
Oh yeah, they were all over each other like hot sticks on glue.
Oh man, there you go, folks. Hey.
No, you're fine, Lisa. You're fine. Well, I've been on here 3 hours. Are you guys interested in hanging out a little longer, or you guys want to kind of talk about what's been said so far? And I will say it again. Go watch Prayer Garden stuff. The link is in the description. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know what. Okay, let's flip out. Let me go to a different angle here. So it drives me crazy. Well, she just said Jose had a job interview the day after he got there. And she didn't hesitate when she said it. So the only thing that I can figure is he was contacting places. But okay, what's that tell us? That tells us that they already knew Jose was coming to stay. Either he was going to be with Andrew and Jeffy and the family, or he ended up staying. I don't know. I mean, does it really make a difference? I mean, does it? For sure. You know, Amy's, if I wasn't trying to be nice today, I would say, I don't give a fuck if you like brownies or not. I'm just messing around. Oh, Lord. Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Oh, I'll give you guys something. Here is something. I've already dropped the link to this. This is on Queen Bees. Watch your ears. Watch your ears, because this is Jody going off on Dawn. See, this is the interview. Don talked about what they had, what they used for the dog scent. And Don said he was there. That he was, this is weird to me. Lawson said the scent ended at the road, right? Don says they went down the driveway. Oh, I'm sorry. Down the dog trail is what he said, right? For real. I don't know, Sadie, how the new sheriff will approach it. It seems like, you know, just like Lawson, if you feel you have something, contact law enforcement, right? Yeah, he didn't know it was there. That is a really good point, just speaking. He didn't know the dog trail was there. Let me see. I want to get him saying, let me try to, hold on a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me, let's do this real quick. Hold on. Let me get our Eagles up here for a minute. Na, na, na. Let's get our Eagles up here for a second, and then I can try to get my stuff together here. Try to anyway. Hey, pigeons don't soar with the eagles, right? At all. All right, you guys, give me 1 second. I have to, hang on. There's the Eagles. All right, give me 1 second, please. Thank you guys for hanging out. Okay. All righty then. Surprised the lady walked down dog trail with Dawn. Well, a lot of people don't understand the different there's a lot of differences between living in the different environments, but then there's so many things that's the same too. For sure. Oh, I was gonna let you guys hear Jody and Dawn arguing. But Dawn talked about toys and stuff being put in a bag for the scent dogs, dirty laundry, etc. But Dawn wasn't there. Dawn wasn't there, so all right, here we go. Watch your ears, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have a little yelling break here, and I ain't the one doing it today. For a change, I'm not the one yelling today.
Or maybe get like, or pay someone to do an age photo, like some sort of like, you know, what the progress.
This
like
is on Queen
Oh,
Bee.
the age progression photos?
Links
Yeah,
already,
like
links
obviously,
already in the
or
chat for
something.
this.
But all these fucking people.
It does.
Watch out, here it comes. That's on Prayer Gardens too. It's called So Candace, You Gave the Search Team a Sock Instead of the Jacket.
They're doing this for money, and Anna.
Supplied fucking Ben Hill, Dawn.
Yeah, really? You're
Tell
the
them
one
about
that
how you really came about it. Wasn't to care for your mama. Guess who did that, Dawn? Oh, I don't know, Cherokee and Mom, who took care of your dying mama, you lying piece of shit.
You're the lying piece
Go
of shit.
find another woman to abuse, Dawn. I ain't it, motherfucker. Ha ha ha, you laugh. I came.
I don't know why she was so angry at Dawn. I'm not sure what was going on with her at that time. But yeah, she was letting loose on him. For sure. But yet, this is what I couldn't understand. Hey, Ruby, this is what I couldn't understand. Jody comes out, Dawn and Candace, you know, she didn't believe they had anything to do with it. She was getting Dawn to help her out when she needed help, taking her to the store, taking her different places or whatever. Dawn even said he offered her the Suburban, right? But then she knows all these things. She knows all these things, right? It's like, I'm okay with you being a messed up person with a messed up mind until I decide that I'm not okay that you were a messed up person with a messed up mind. When they get mad at each other is when they tell on each other, right? I know, I've seen that too, just speaking. I remember when she said the boys would sneak into her house to take her food. And yes, I'm eating a peanut butter bar, so excuse me. For sure. I mean, Lord. They were all friends. Yeah. Well, I mean, we all got neighbors that are just neighbors that we can go over and knock on the door and say, hey, you got a roll of toilet paper? You know, do you have this? Do you have that? What's it?
She said,
Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. What is happening?
They're crying.
Right.
Hold on.
And let's use a peanut. I never looked it up. Not important.
Honest, why are you so psycho? What the fuck
Because
is
I'm
wrong with
like, all try to set up everybody in that goddamn road holler and slings shit at everybody that was fucking innocent for 2 goddamn years now and
That
turned
wasn't
Mullen
me.
into a weapon.
That wasn't me.
Torment the shit out of us,
That
Don.
wasn't me.
Yeah, it was.
That's weird.
She's mad at him.
She was mad. No, I don't go to my neighbors for anything either. I don't need anything. I don't need nothing from my neighbors. Yep, she was screaming at him. I can't do no screaming today.
Man, that's what I'm. And let me ask you another question, Allie. Do you feel that she's looking for somebody? I mean, I feel that she's looking for, another Jose up on the hill right now while Don's in jail.
Most likely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. She wanted to mess with Ernie, but I don't think she wanted people to really know that she was dicking around with Ernie. For sure.
Here's a link.
What in chat?
Allie, I have one more question for you, and I just have a question because if I got off of this panel and didn't ask this, my true crime friends would ring me. There was an interview that got leaked the other day that you guys had, and I don't know if you guys actually knew you were being recorded or not. I don't care about that. But
No, I did not. You're talking about the one with Molly Golightly?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't know we were being recorded. I had
Okay, so Molly, I've showed it before, and JLR ran up on Allie, right? Literally ran up on Allie. The interesting thing about that was Molly stuck money into Allie's pocket. What I found amusing about that is the minute Betty says about Candace and Hunter, and I showed it, Allie goes in the house. Allie was very upset about what her mama was saying, right? Okay. Alrighty then. The thing about asking your neighbors for stuff is kind of irrelevant, right? They were close enough that they were each taking pictures of the DV shit. So, all right, I got to get a ginger ale. So we basically know nothing. Seriously. What do we know? What do we know? Kind of crazy. Kind of cray-cray. Oh, sure. Let's get Jody. Jody drops off of there. Let me get past her bitching. Well, I'll have to go find it over at Prayer Gardens. If it's still up. I don't know if that's still up or not. But see, that was the big problem, because a lot of times it just ended up in arguments. It just ended up in arguments all the time. So but as far as there being a new sheriff, that is going to be new eyes on the case. No matter how it's worded, it all comes out to basically the same thing. Anybody who has any information, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Call Hawkins County. You don't have to tell them who you are. But as I said in the beginning, there were a lot of locals who said they were not talked to, that their property wasn't searched, and they requested, law enforcement requested in the beginning, please help us search your property. If you need help searching your property, please contact us. We will get someone out there to search your property. If you have any information, please contact us. So when does that responsibility lay on these locals and, versus law enforcement? Law enforcement's not going to know if a local knows anything unless they contact them, right? Now, this is just my opinion. Them contacting law enforcement because they're feuding with family and it has nothing to do with Summer. I mean, to each their own, I guess, right? To each their own. But that's what took up a lot of law enforcement's time to start with. I mean, and this is my opinion, you guys. This is my opinion. I've never hid the fact that I like to commentate on things and give my opinion. For sure. For sure, for sure. But they be coming out telling all their family secrets, right? Yeah, you're right about that, Genevieve. You are right about that. Righto. They be telling all of each other's secrets. But does that mean that they had anything to do with Summer? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. For sure. We just had so many people come out and say so many different things. And hey, just because I may think something is irrelevant doesn't mean that y'all should think it's irrelevant, right? At all. Y'all think however you want to think. For sure. I guess everybody has a right to their opinion and to feel however you want to feel. But I have said for a while that I know, well, my opinion we don't, I mean, as far as Don saying he's covering Candace's ass, that could mean anything. That could mean anything. He could mean he's covering her ass because, you know, he has stated that, you know, there's a problem with the alcoholic beverages, and right there tells you what? That there has to be some sort of neglect there, right? If you're partaking in the alcohol every night to the point where you don't know where your kids are at. But that's interesting too, because if Don was so concerned about that shit, right? Why was he taking off and, you know, going on his little vacations, we'll call it? If he was so concerned with Candace and something happening with Summer, why would he be comfortable enough to go on his vacations, we'll call it, right? I don't know anything about the new sheriff. I know that he's got a lot of, he has a lot of educational background, we'll call it. For sure. For sure, for sure. I had an Amber Alert this morning. My Amber Alert alarm went off so early this morning. There's a little 6-month-old little girl that went missing. Hammond, Indiana Police Department activated an Amber Alert. The victim, Devea Lucas Bell, is a 6-month-old. Here, I'll show you. 6-month-old female, 22 inches tall, 16 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Last seen wearing a white shirt and brown pants. She was last seen this morning at 4:20 a.m. They believe she is in extreme danger. The suspect, DeAndre Sobbs, 31-year-old black male, 6 feet 2 inches tall, 208 pounds, brown eyes, last wearing unknown, driving a gray 4-door Nissan sedan with unknown Illinois plates. Any information on the incident, please contact Hammond Police Department at 219-852-6357. We had a missing child yesterday that was found. Skylar O'Connor Thomas went missing from Davidson County. He has been found. I'm going to take that off of there. We're going to delete that for sure. Oh, she was found. Thank you. Thank you. Thank goodness. Thank you for letting me know that. Use your chapstick. Thank you, Sassy Ann. Well, thank goodness. I still want to pull it up because I want to know why he took her. I just knew the Amber Alert came out. I hadn't had a chance to really look into it and see why he took her or anything. So, yeah, that is funny, Amy's. I'll give you that. Dawn's the only one that got a DUI out of the 3 of them on the hill. That is funny. You're absolutely right, Amy's. What about the new sheriff? You know, a lot of people, I don't think, realize that, you know, in 2021, there was some people getting arrested in Hawkins County for substances, for sure. July 22nd, 2022, there was Operation Reminder. February 26th, 2021, there was a individual charged with narcotics distribution. This was all Hawkins County area. August 1st of 2021, a year-long substance investigation in Hardin County resulted in 19 indictments. So that would have put that at, if it was a year long, August 1st, 2021, right? is when they start investigating these people. That was in Hardin County, like I said. A year-long investigation by the division of, well, TBI. Beginning in June. Listen to this. Listen to this. Let's just check this out, shall we? Why not? Why not? Let's just read these. Only because it's interesting. A year-long substance investigation by special agents with the Drug Investigation Division of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and agents with the 24 Judicial District Drug Task Force with the assistance of multiple additional law enforcement partner agencies resulted in the indictment of 19 people and the arrest of 16 of them on various charges. Beginning in June of 2021, agents spent 12 months on an undercover investigation into meth being sold in West Tennessee area. The results of this operation were presented to the grand jury, resulting in 19 indicted. The charges included trafficking meth, conspiracy to traffic meth, intimidation of witnesses, and other substance-related charges. Wow. Let's take a look at who they are. Who are you? Oh. All right. Oh, it's not going to let me pull it up. Okay. Oh, well. Odie, well. So I think I'm going to end this here. Like I said, I can only give my opinion on stuff. I do not claim to be the go-to of all things Summer Wells. I never have. If you got a question on something, now's the time. I got 20 minutes. You want to see what he looks like? Well, I can show you what he looks like if you really want me to. If you really want my dough. Did my stream get interrupted? I didn't know that my stream today got interrupted. Wow. Well, somebody tried to copyright strike me, you guys. Let's see. Did Prayer Garden try to copyright strike me? That's weird, right? I gave her credit. Okay. Did you guys notice that? No, that had to do with the song. Policy violations. Oh, well, at least you guys got to enjoy it while I was live, I guess. So we shall see. Sorry about that. I guess I shouldn't have played the song. I'll have to, yeah, it was the song. I will quit playing music, I guess. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. I'm not monetized. I don't care. I do not care. Makes me no never mind at all. I don't care about much. Oh, I do care about missing those exploited kids, but other than that, I don't care much about a lot of it. For real. I will fix it as soon as I get off of here. So I won't take this down, I promise. I will have to edit the song out because I played a long song. That song was pretty long. So that's all it was. That's all it was. So, but of course, if you have any information on Summer Moon Utah Wells, who went missing from her home on June 15, 2021, please call whatever law enforcement agency you're comfortable calling. If you do not even live in Tennessee, feel free to call your own law enforcement officials if you're serious about possibly knowing something that could help. They will ground guide you, and I think it'd be a little bit more serious with agency to agency, but who am I? I don't know anything. I know nothing. Okay. Like I said, go check out Prayer Garden. The link is in the description. Go check out Queen Bee. Go check out Chris McDonough, the interview room. Go check out a channel called I didn't show their channel, but I will next time for sure. And absolutely, no one needs to come in here and tell me I don't know anything about Summer Wells' case. I've never claimed to. I don't need a claim to fame over anything. I am just me. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. Okay? Bottom line. I don't know. I do not know Dakota. So you sure didn't stick around to tell us what you knew, though, did you? So who knows? Who knows? But thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you. I really do. I want you guys to know that. Thank you, Carrie, for hanging out as long as you did. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for being nice to each other in chat. You guys are good people. You come over here, you hang out, you give your opinion. I do have a resting bitch voice. No doubt about that. I've always said I do. Got a dry sense of humor. Hello, Ladybug. What you doing? My cat's saying, get your ass off here, lady. I want some attention. Oh, I love you too, girl. I do. You want to show people how pretty you are? Do ya? Well, next time you can, because I'm getting my butt off here. I ain't even letting my OCD kick in today. I'm going to get off here. You guys go finish watching the Prayer Garden stuff. For real. Give her a view. Give her the view. So I don't know if we talked about anything that can be useful or whatever. There's just weird shit, right? Weird shit. Don't push it, Amy's. Hey, the mouse. You're fine. Like I said, I'm not going to take this down. I got to take that song out, but other than that, we're good to go with it. So you guys have a great day. Be you, do you. Get feisty if you need to. For real. Hey, Wolfie. No, you're fine. I started early. And I really am not done. I've still got like 6 different things that I have pulled up, but I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing myself talk. So I appreciate you guys. I do. So I will catch you later. Peace out. Have a great day. Thank you guys again. Thank you.